Hello boys and girls, another public test realm with next patch of World of Warships is released, this time 0.5.11. Of course, as usual, there is pack of new features available to test, and as usual some probably will be implemented into the game and some may not, but it will be for sure fun to check them. Not so long ago, Wargaming has put new ships, the German battleships, and shortly after they announced new line of cruisers from United Kingdom will be added into the game. Well, they are now on PTR, but similar to German battleship, there is only label soon, so again we are not sure of exact release date. If you remember, German battleships were known since 0.5.9 patch, but they were released in last patch, so we don't have 100% confidence they will be in next patch. Of course, as we love ships, we hope they will be available for us as soon as possible. Their stats are not yet known, so we only can check what is available, some modules, their armor, and of course we can admire them. So let's first check what we got new in attack tree, and then we will see each separately. So on tier 1 we got Black Swan, on tier 2 we got Weymouth, on tier 3 is placed Caledon, tier 4 is Danai, tier 5 is Emerald, on tier 6 we got Leander, tier 7 is Fiji, tier 8 is Edinburgh, on tier 9 we got Neptune, and on tier 10 we got Minotaur. Okay, so we got the full tree, let's check them separately. Okay, so let's start. The first one will be Black Swan. I didn't mention before, but those are only light cruisers, so please don't expect big guns here. Probably will end rather on 150mm guns at the end. There is no statistics yet, no confirmed statistics. So we can only see what we got on PTR. We can conclude some information, we can check their armor, we can check what modules are installed, and based on that we can try to define at least a couple of statistics. Okay, so this will be tier 1, Black Swan. There was a lot of ships built in this class, 12 original and 25 modified. Between 1939 and 1943, I think. The last one were built before end of war. This is of course light cruiser. From the statistic, I think this will be modified version, because module here is 4300 horsepower engine. The original Black Swan had 3600 horsepower, so this will be modified class. Other thing we got here is 102mm guns. We got 6 cannons, so 3 turrets in double configuration, so overall is 6 guns. Going back to the engine, this will probably have somewhat around 20 knots, and that will be fair with other tier 1 ships, they have similar amount. There is no range, but I am assuming this will be around 10 kilometers. We don't have any torpedo here, so this is how Black Swan is looking. Unfortunately everything is grey because this is PTR. We can also check its armor, new feature of 0.5.11. Armor is basically not stunning here. This is of course light cruiser, and this is from 3 to 24mm only. So don't expect big tank here as well. But this is Black Swan. Okay, after getting 350 experience on Black Swan, you can buy yourself a Weymouth, 2nd level light cruiser of United Kingdom. As you can see here, it looks very nice, very long ship. It looks nicely armored, however it's light cruiser. Okay, let's check stats, at least what we got here from the stats. We got 22,000 horsepower engine. Historically this ship has 25 knots of top speed, so we assuming that will be his speed as well. Of course range is unknown. We don't have option to see about the hull as well. What's the difference? Probably between hit points, I think. And we got 8 152 millimeter main battery guns. What else? We can check armor. Okay, so well, 6 to 24. Pretty much the ship. Superstructure, plating, arms, plating, citadel even. We got main battery mount armor, which is thickest 76 millimeters of armor, and the conning tower 152 millimeters. Okay. Okay, nothing much. As I said, this is light cruiser. We cannot expect this to have more armor. Okay, I see this ship don't have torpedoes. Historically, Weymouth class ship has two 533 millimeter torpedo tubes. We don't have them here, unfortunately. But well, maybe next one have some more additional. Okay, let's check third tier, which is Caledon, and it's a very interesting ship. Of course, there's again no statistic. I know. Okay, so what we got here? So this is Caledon in full view. You can check it. As you can see, we got 5 152 millimeter main battery guns. As well, as you notice, we got 4 torpedoes in configuration 2x2 per each side. UP. Again, we can attack some battleships if you of course dare to get close enough. Okay, this is light cruiser. Don't expect again much armor here. Most of the ships has 6 to 24 millimeter armor. The citadel part has 76, so it's better armored. The fore-end armor belt got 57 millimeters, so also better. Most armored is conning tower, so we got only this one. Okay, we'll switch that off. We got 40,000 horsepower, and those ships actually had around 29 knots. I didn't mention, but there was like 7 subclasses, because this is C-class cruiser, and it was divided in 7 subclasses. This ship has interesting history because it was redesigned for anti-aircraft ships, and his 152 millimeter cannons were replaced by 10 102 millimeter guns, but we don't have such option in the game. We got only 152 millimeter guns. I don't know, maybe this hull B will contain additional 10 anti-aircraft guns. I don't know, maybe. We got torpedoes here, as I said. We got 4 torpedoes per each side, so we got 8 torpedoes. This was actually historically, I think, correct. Yes. So we got 4 torpedoes per each side. Mark II 533 millimeters, got around 4 kilometers range, if I remember correctly. Not much, but we got torpedoes, so we can engage some battleships here. Okay, fourth tier is very interesting ship, the Danai class, used not only by Royal Navy but also by Polish Navy. So if you like Polish ship in the game, Błyskawica, there is one info you should know. There was ORP Dragon, which was used by Polish Navy, and hopefully maybe it will be implemented someday in a game. We hope, of course. I would like to see that ship and play it. Would be very nice. Okay, comparing the ship to previous one, We need 7,000 experience. Let me check. Yes, 7,000 experience from Caledon to Danai class. And let's check armor. Don't expect much, of course. From 10 millimeters, we got on Citadel armor by 257 through it was okay 38, and on Citadel armor bird we got 76, but don't expect much because this ship will be penetrated by destroyers as well. Basically all of them. Okay, but horsepower, we got 40,000 engine, 40,000 horsepower engine here. The speed is the same as Caledon, probably around 29 knots here. Range, we can only assuming. Those guns were very interesting. They were serving through World War I, World War II. Maximum firing range of this gun was 20 kilometers. I'm not sure, and probably Wargaming will not give us 20 kilometer range on those guns. I would count for 13 to 15 max, but well, we will see. Okay, there is also improvement because we got 6 guns. Previously we had 5 guns, so a little more artillery for us. Not much, but still. More improvement in torpedoes from Mark II, which has 4 kilometers range, historically of course. There is Mark V, which I think are a bit slower, but have 4.5 kilometers range. Maybe not big improvement, but we got 4 triple tubes now. Per each side we got 2, so 6 tubes per broadside. Previous ships has 4 per broadside in double configuration. We got 2 hulls, A and B. I'm assuming this B hull will receive improved anti-aircraft defense because those ships historically received such modification from single cannons anti-aircraft guns. They received double 20mm guns, I think. Between 6 to 8 olicons were generally added to this ship. So I am assuming this ship will have such modification. However, the range is still unknown. Okay, so this was Danai class. Hope you like it. From Danai, after getting 8,000 experience, you can get Emerald on tier 5. It's also a very interesting ship with a lot of modifications done during the war. So what we can expect here? Well, maybe let's check the armor. Okay, it's light cruiser again, 10mm. The Citadel is highly armored part of the ships, along with the main battery mount armor. 4 and after end plating has 57mm, 38mm. So not much changes here, as you can see. But what is expecting, and we got airplane on catapult here. As well, you are seeing triple torpedoes, triple mounts of torpedoes here. But I think there was quad tubes installed on these ships. Let's say 4 quad tubes of 20-inch Mark 9 torpedoes. We got Mark 5 and we got Mark 7. Okay, so there's something historically inaccurate. Maybe they didn't have data for Mark 9 torpedoes, I don't know. But okay, it's no matter, right? So 4.5 kilometers is a range. This ship is very special because she was exceeding basically 33 knots, which was very fast. So it was the fastest ship of the Royal Navy, 80,000 of horsepower. So we got 33 knots of top speed. Probably turning rate will be crazy here. As well, The anti-aircraft defense is very nice. As you can see, we got a lot of mounts installed on this ship. So there are double mounts, there's a lot of secondary batteries. As you can see, we got 7 single turret mounts. And what is interesting in this ship that there was her sister ship Enterprise, which received new double mounts. So I'm just wondering if this will be contain other turret modification, or the second modification, which was done for Emerald, was, and basically for Enterprise as well, the catapult was removed and more anti-aircraft defense was added. So I'm wondering what modification is under Hull B here. But it was very nice ship, and I hope the gameplay will be very nice as well for tier 5. All of the ships are very good balance in the game, so in this case this will be very good and nice ship. Tier 6, ladies and gentlemen, you will get it after play some time on Emerald. To get it you need to have 36 and 500 experience. What about this ship? Well, it looks a little bit improved. As you can see, you got new guns installed on this, no single guns. Also the armor was improved in Citadel area. We got now 100mm from 76, as you know, but unfortunately other plating of the ship is in around 13mm, so don't expect much survivability. Okay, as I said, we got new naval guns in twin configuration. As I mentioned also before, sister ship of Emerald had this configuration before. It was tested, so, and it was proven, so in Leander class they did this. Well, what about range? Well, maximum firing range of those guns was 25 kilometers. So not sure Wargaming will give us such huge range. I think this will have also around 15, maybe 16, max 17 kilometers to match German battleships, cruisers, German cruisers basically. They have 16.5 on this tier, so this will be equal for them to engage them on the same distance. But of course, we need to wait with official stats until they are announced. Okay, we got also two types of hull, Hull A and Hull B. We can only talk what will be improvements in that, but I think as usually hit points and some more additional anti-aircraft defense, because historically this ship had anti-aircraft modification installed from 20 to 40mm anti-aircraft guns, so I think this will be improvement here. A lot of improvement in torpedo area as well. From Mark 7, those short-range torpedoes, we got now Mark 9, which is basically considerably more improved torpedoes version, and the range was from roughly 9.5 to 13 kilometers, depends from the type of torpedoes and its speed, so hopefully it will have as much as possible. But I would counting for 9 kilometers. I think it's enough for the cruiser on this tier, and this will be very powerful. We have here quadruple mounts, 2 quadruple mounts on each side. If you gather at 70,000 of experience on Leander, you can buy yourself a Fiji cruiser. It is basically Crown Colony class cruiser. This one was divided for 2 subgroups. One was Fiji and the second one was Ceylon. Fiji contained 8 ships and Ceylon has only 3. And this is basically some sort of misunderstood here, I think, because the engine is showing us propulsion of 80,000 of HP horsepower, and this one was basically used on Ceylon class cruisers. The Fiji class cruisers had 72,500, because they were lighter, and Ceylon class were much heavier, so they need to put more horsepower in the engine. So I'm not sure if this is just mistake or done on purpose, because overall Ceylon and Fiji had 33 knots of top speed, so I'm assuming this will have at least same. If it have more, that will be considering as a mistake. As I said, Fiji class had 33 knots, so not much difference. Okay, also other thing that we got some improvement in Citadel area. We got 140 millimeters of armor right now. As you can see, Citadel is very big weak spots for this ship. It takes almost whole ship. Other parts of the ship are 13, 19 millimeters, 10 millimeters. Of course, besides guns, and where the main battery mount armor is 102 on the front, and on the sides 51 millimeter. Of course, we don't have any data about range of this ship, but we noticed that there are 4 triple guns. Maybe I'll switch off the armor layout. So previously we had 4 double guns in Leander class. In Fiji class we got 4 mounts with triple guns of unknown range. As I said in previous ships, these cannons 152 per 50 MK 23 has 25 kilometers maximum range at angle 45 degree. Probably in a game effective range I would consider is a 17 or at least 17. It would be very good to have such good range, because those are light cruisers. So basically we have here torpedoes, but I don't think torpedoes will do all the job. The guns, main battery guns, should be very good, and they should be fast firing, I hope. Description says it's a rapid firing main gun, but we will see once the game is launched with those ships. Again, we got also torpedoes. They are mounted under here, under the deck. This appears to be three tubes, so we got 3 tubes every side, which is basically Mark 9 torpedo and Mark 9 Asterix torpedo, which were improved torpedo with slightly with speed and range. So we got basically here from 9 kilometers minimum to 13 kilometers of range. Of course, this depends how Organic will interpret the data and what AFIC they will use to adjust the torpedo range. Okay, so we got also 2 hulls, but we don't know what they will contain. Probably the second version, of course, will be improving anti-aircraft defense. However, this ship got very good anti-aircraft defense. There was 18 Mark III 12.7 Vickers guns, as well 2 quadruple quarter-pounder guns, so on AMO. So as you can see, they are mounted over here in the middle. Also there are some guns at the back, and here there's also a great station of anti-aircraft power. And of course we will have plane and a crane, so to use as scout or anti-aircraft carrier planes. Okay, so this was the Fiji. Let's check what is next. Okay, to get 8th tier, to get Edinburgh, you will need to spend some time and grind 108,000 of experience. So it's probably time consuming, but it's worth, I think. The ship looks amazing. Let's check the first armor plating statistics. So the Citadel point, as previously in previous ship in Fiji, there's armor thickness on 113 mm. Other part of ship are from 13 to 19 max. Of course, front armor of main battery guns is 102, side one is 51mm guns. You need to know that basically Edinburgh was a subclass of town class, town class light cruisers, and it was divided in 3 subclasses. The first one, an original one, was Southampton, the second one was Gloucester, and Edinburgh was the third class. Difference are maybe not such spectacular here, because Gloucester class received only thicker armor on gun turrets, and she has redesigned deck, so that was only two difference between the Fair and Southampton class. Comparing Edinburgh to Southampton, Edinburgh received powerful armament, anti-aircraft armament, and was 7 meters longer. So for example, on Southampton we got 4 double 102mm guns, when on Edinburgh we got 6 double 102mm guns, and we got, for example, 16 40mm guns in configuration 2/8. Comparing to Southampton, she had 2/4 40mm guns, so we got much more powerful anti-aircraft armament. We got 3 torpedo tubes per side, as you can see, and this is Asterix Mark 9. Effective range 9 to 10 kilometer. Of course, depends on the speeds. We will see what Wargaming will add into the game. And Asterix Mark 2, which has 12 and 800 meters of effective range. The speed was very slow. Every British torpedo had very slow speed comparing to the nation. They have something like 36 to 40 knots. So don't expect much. So we have great range, but they are easy avoidable, I think. Okay, guns, 4 triple battery guns of caliber 152mm. Of course, we don't know effective range, but we hope it will be something like 17, 18 kilometers, maybe more. Normally those guns have very big maximum firing range. Okay, and the speed, the last one, 80,000 horsepower, which give us around 32 knots for this speed of the ship. So it's pretty good. Could be better, of course, because this is light cruiser, but we'll see what will be rudder shift time, how it will be very good, because for light cruiser it should be really good to avoid every fire. Okay, so this was Edinburgh. Let's check the 9th tier. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on tier 9 we got Neptune, the ship which actually never existed. I mean, it was never finished. The project was already cancelled, but maybe let's start from the beginning. In 1944, Admiralty wanted to design new cruiser, and in original plans, the Neptune was designed with 5 double 133mm guns, but eventually the whole project was finished with four turrets with triple guns of 152mm guns. Also, there was a lot of problems with this cruiser. The project was too big, it was larger than needed, it was heavier, and it was more expensive. There was 2 design of these ships basically. Number 2 was chosen as a result. You can see this in a game. So this is variant number 2, which was done by Wargaming. As I said, unfortunately this cruiser was never built. The project was cancelled in 1946. They said it was out of date and larger than needed by Admiralty. So they cancelled this project to develop better equipment, better cruisers. But what we got in a game, so let's check armor first. Of course, only Citadel armor belt is protected here. and the guns itself. So 102mm in Citadel, standard 102mm in front, turrets armor, and main battery mount armor inside is 51mm. Okay, the speed of this ship was projected for 32 knots as per project design. Well, I hope in a game it will have as well such good speed. We'll see that. We got mounted torpedoes. Actually, this one is hell of a good thing here. Look at that. 2 quadruple tubes on each side, and those are this Torpedo 9 Mark 9 Asterix 2, which has 12 kilometers and 800 meters range. So it's actually very good. I don't know basically what this upgrade is. It's some kind of typo, because there is no such torpedo type, Torpedo 9 Type M. I couldn't find any info about that, so maybe this is mistypo, maybe Wargaming was adding something, or maybe they have some kind of secret documents, I don't know. Of course, we got Hull B and Hull A. Probably Hull B has more anti-aircraft defense, as usually. And 152mm guns instead of 133mm guns. So actually the range is still unknown. We will see that once the statistics are released. And now ships probably all are waiting. The tier 10 Minotaur. This ship unfortunately also was a project which didn't finish. After failure of Neptune class cruisers, Admiralty tried to redesign completely the project. There were 4 sketches designed with several adjustments. The most adjustments was that trying to make this ship a little bit shorter than the previous, than the Neptune. They also used other type of guns. I mean, by other type they tried to use basically 152mm butts, not 4 triple guns but 5 double guns, very high firing rate guns, because they could fire 20 shells per minute, so we got roughly 3 seconds reload, which is excellent score. Comparing to best US cruiser on light cruiser, USS Worcester for example, he could fire 10 rounds per minute only, so at the same time, so at the same era I mean. So the project was redesigned, however unfortunately Admiralty couldn't finish it, because project was basically outdated. They couldn't reduce the size of the ship. Originally there was only engine with 100,000 horsepower. At the end they tried to change the engine room to improve the power. The main speed of the ship, top speed I mean, was 31.5 knots. So that's the speed. Of course, armor is only protected on Citadel. You got Citadel armor belt with 101mm of armor, other part of ship 16, 13, so as usually per other ships. From this you got on side turrets, you got 51mm, and front it's 101. There's also a kind of torpedoes which I couldn't find the model, 9M, I don't know, but amount of them is very good, very good, very stunning, and I think tier 10 ships should be worried about. We get 8 torpedo tubes per side, and range of previous one were in 12 kilometers. I'm assuming this will be similar or even better, so we can expect Very good ship. So hopefully it will be proven in battlefield. I don't know what the range will be. We know that project could fire 20 rounds per minute. Hopefully the same speed will be in the game. We will of course soon see this. Okie dokie, so this would be basically all about Royal Navy cruisers. This was the last project for Royal Navy. Later they tried to develop guided missile cruisers. So I don't expect those will be implemented into the game, because probably the whole game will be ruined. But if you are welcome to leave your comments below what you're thinking about those cruisers. I hope you like the video. Please like, share it. Please subscribe to my channel. There will be more videos of course soon. Have a nice day. Bye bye.